Hey guys, what's up? So I'm sure you probably heard about what's happened to Faith Goldy in the news already. She's been banned from Facebook as well as a bunch of other far right hate groups in Canada or some bullshit like that. But this has been going on. The pressure to get her removed has been going on for at least 2 or 3 weeks now that I've noticed on Twitter. The Canadian anti-hate network has been pushing for her to be removed ever since that Facebook changed their policies to remove white nationalists. And they're like, why? Well, why is Faith Goldy still on here? Why is this group? Why is this group? And, this is why oftentimes, and there's a bunch of journalists doing it too. And this is why journalists are the enemy of the people, because they constantly try to censor us. And, I'm looking at the responses on Twitter, and that's also really sickening, see all these people like jumping up and saying like, hooray, she's been banned from Facebook. Finally, all these supposed right wingers and supposed conservatives like Warren Kinsella and a few other guys like that are apparent right wingers in Canada, but no, they're not. They're just leftist like the rest, but they believe in a few conservative principles, I guess. But other than that, I guess I'll share some of the responses on Twitter with you guys, and also the article. And also I wanted to cover something about healthcare that I noticed, article that just came out from the NHS healthcare in the UK. And apparently thousands of people in Britain left to go blind due to eye surgery rationing. So the rationing eye surgeries. So now that's going to leave thousands and thousands of people every year to just go blind because they're like, we don't have enough money. We don't have unlimited resources. So some of you guys are going to have to lose your eyesight. So it's like, people love socialized healthcare, but this is the reality of socialized healthcare, as well as I'll probably search up the article and bring that up as well. But there was one about how in Newfoundland they're going to make it so people are automatically signed as a donor, as an organ donor, and you have to opt out of it. And they're thinking of applying this to the rest of the country. Now, do you really trust the Canadian government and our healthcare system to not let you die so then they could use your organs for a bunch of other people? I don't. There have been cases where people have just been left to die so they can salvage their organs. So no. I don't want that. Especially with this socialized medicine and shit, the doctor would be like, yeah, we could save him, but it'd be pretty costly. It may just be better to let him die, and then we could use the organs for other people. These are decisions that doctors and stuff have to make, and socialized healthcare, as well as I was going to bring up another story of Canada, how we, in a lot of doctors' offices, you have to do a one person per visit. So when you go in a doctor's office, you can only bring up one issue because they're complaining that we're bringing up too many things, and only bring up the most important issue. We are supposed to know that as non-doctors. I know. Oh, okay, I'll just ignore that migraine that I've had. That's probably a tumor, and I'll bring up some of the other things, right? But it's just ridiculous. But I'll bring up the stuff with Faith Goldy. Let me just check out the chat here. AJ, we're all organ donors. Notice they are already harvesting baby organs. Yeah, pretty much, right? They're doing that with, and I'm not opposed to being an organ donor if you want to be one, but yeah, I don't trust the government enough to be an organ donor, and especially all this, now we're gonna have to opt out of it. It's like, nah, fuck that. Yeah, Faith Goldy is pretty based. I agree, Matt. 8J, we're all organ donors. Hey, PPAP Entertainment. Hey, Gaius Caesar, or is it? How do they actually pronounce it? In the old Latin as Kaiser, right? Notice most of the doctors are foreigners, invade Muslims, Sikhs. They do not care about us Canadians. They're here to replace us. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, a lot of them are responsible for giving people tons of opioids and helping start that. And I know there's one, Pakistani or whatever doctor or pharmacist that was caught selling a bunch of different opioids and all this stuff on the street. So it's, these people, they don't give a shit about us. But I'll share the screen here with, because I really don't like the responses from these fucking people on Twitter. They're just scum. Each and every one of them. They're all scum. Okay, here, I'll share the screen here. Okay, share. Okay. Pretty sure it's sharing right now. So, Facebook, Instagram, which Facebook owns Instagram, ban Faith Goldy as they purge white nationalist groups. Good on Facebook for finally deciding they don't want to be associated with white nationalists, Faith Goldy anyway. And then they show a picture of Scheer talking to Faith Goldy, and they keep showing this. Rob Silver, this guy, I don't know why he doesn't have a blue check mark, but he is the type that you would expect would have one. But he's just, Silver. You look at the Silver last name, but yeah, he's just a complete cuck for the liberals, and he's always like, oh, the conservatives are racist. Faith Goldy was kicked off Facebook for promoting white nationalism. Here's a photo of Faith Goldy interviewing Andrew Scheer. Scheer would really hate it if you retweeted this photo of them. So this is the Canadian Anti-Hate Network. This is the group that's been pushing to get her removed. Goldy has been banned from Facebook under their new policy against white nationalism. We have been calling for them to remove Goldy for several weeks, and this was the test that the new policy would be meaningful in Canada. So yeah, we take credit for it. The Canadian Anti-Hate Group of only 6,000 followers. Like, why do these giants listen to people with such a small following base, right? Less than 2 months ago, Andrew Scheer appeared at the same rally as Faith Goldy. When you go down, Michael Corrin, this guy works for the CBC. I know he writes a bunch of articles for them, and also the Star. And he's a piece of shit. Happy day! And for all of our friends and alleged free speech types, what do you mean by alleged? We're for free speech. Who condemn this decision? Remember that just as she has the freedom to speak, private companies have the freedom to not want to listen to her. And it's so funny that they say this stuff, because you see the pressure that the European Union, that our governments are constantly saying to social media, oh, you need to do this. Oh, you need to remove these people. And then they comply, and you're like, hey, it's just a free company. It's just a free market, guys. They have the right to do whatever they want. It's like, you're such a piece of shit. You're a scum. Facebook has banned white nationalist Faith Goldy as part of its crackdown on white nationalists. Who is this? Will Sommer, tech internet report at the Daily Beast. Oh, okay, the Daily Beast. Terrible individual or a network. Look, Warren Kinsella. This is apparent conservative. Well, Democrat types for yellow rags. I don't know. He's an idiot. Hallelujah. Facebook bans Faith Goldy and Canadian white nationalist groups in the latest crackdown. So, like, fuck this guy. He's supposed to be an actual conservative for us, but, he's always just, saying, like, oh, good, the racists are gone. I don't believe in free speech. Remember when Ontario's Premier Doug Ford wouldn't denounce Faith Goldy? Well, she was just banned from Facebook and Instagram for expressing white nationalist sentiments. For those of you who don't know who Goldy is, let's take a trip down memory lane and see the Twitter that I have, because I'm banned, right? It's only giving me the stuff that you would get if you don't curate really your own feed. So this is what normies are being fed, just, yay, she's being banned. Look at Doug Ford didn't condemn her. Meanwhile, finally, Facebook will ban hate groups across its platforms, including Faith Goldy, Soldiers of Odin, the Canadian Nationalist Front, Kevin Goudreau, Wolves of Odin. Yeah, so a lot of different groups. Airbnb also banned her. Soon it's going to be, oh, you can't have a bank account. You can't do this. You can't do that. And everybody will be cheering it on like a great thing, right? It's disgusting. And the left they're becoming authoritarians and they don't even know it. And that's the funniest thing. They don't even know how crazy they are, how insane they are, how like authoritarian. Yeah, exactly. But let me check the chat here. Hey, Chuck Ford. Oh, thank you for the donation, man. Hey, Jay, I just watched your guest appearance on the public space and really enjoyed your conversation with JF about the situation in Canada. Thanks. Thank you, Chuck Ford. I really appreciate that. Yeah, no, I had a really good time on his show. And yeah, I'd love to go back on again someday or whatever, and talk about other things to do with Canada, because I think, yeah, there's definitely lacking a lot of people speaking about it. But there is a rise of Canadian YouTubers who are doing this. And speaking of that, I know Fredrick Godzilla Menckin, he's going to be doing a stream shortly after this. I saw him pop up about, I think it's about 4:30. I'll put a link in the description below so you guys can go to his stream, check that out. I'll try to finish this before his, so then you guys can go check out his afterwards if you have time. But yeah, the socialist healthcare system is also death in Canada, or just anywhere, right? And it's disgusting. Like I said, the people in the UK now, they're going to have to decide. A lot of them are going to lose their eyesight because there's not enough, healthcare money to go around. It's so fucking disgusting. But thanks again, Chuck Ford, for the donation, man. I really appreciate that. Faye Plus, hope you are getting better. The morphine is so you get addicted to opioids, then you go palliative care. Yeah, it's true, right? That's what will happen, right? No, I just promoted your stream, Fredrick. So once this is done, people can go check that out. I'll finish it before 4:30, because yeah, I was planning on doing a stream, but it's all good, man. We don't need to coordinate per se. I'll finish this in like an hour. Okay, let's see here. Let me go share the screen again so I can see the article. Okay, one sec. Oh, that's me. You're going to see. This is another thing. This is an article about privilege. This Kyle Corver wrote an article about how privileged white people are in sports and how he needs to step back because he's white, and white people are privileged, and we need to give people, I don't know, more room to tell people how bad white people are. But this is the article. Social media giant says platform can't be used to spread hate. Facebook is banning far-right political commentator Faith Goldy, white nationalist crusader Kevin whatever, and other far-right people. The company said it has long-standing policies. Individuals and organizations who spread hate, attack, or call for exclusion of others on basis of who they are have no place on Facebook. That's why we have a policy on dangerous individuals and organizations, which states that we do not allow those who are engaged in offline organized hate to have a presence on Facebook, reads a statement from Facebook. The individuals and organizations we have banned today violate this policy, and they will no longer be allowed a presence on our services. Our work against organized hate is ongoing. We will continue to review individual pages, group content against our community standards. Facebook said the Canadian National Front, Aryan Strike Force, Wolves of Odin, Soldiers of Odin, also known as Canadian Infidels, have been banned from having any further presence on its services. The company said it also intends to remove content affiliated with those banned, including links, pages, and groups. So yeah, this was very foreseeable. I'm sure we could all have seen this coming. This is not like a surprise. Nobody's surprised in any way whatsoever. But this is just going to get worse. Look at it. Rosemary Barton. I'm sure she sucks Trudeau's dick all the time. Facebook bans Faith Goldy and dangerous alt-right groups. I guess she at least put it like that. I guess that's nice of her. But yeah, let's focus on the attention back on Andrew Scheer and who he really is. And see, this is the real goal of everything here. This is the real goal, that get Faith Goldy banned from this shit, so then we can make a bunch of articles about it saying, look at this far right white supremacist promoting the same thing the New Zealand shooter was promoting. And she was having a discussion with Andrew Scheer and basic milquetoast conservatives that are pussies, right? So this is why those conservatives that are pussies really need to wake the fuck up and understand that, you sir, are the real target here. It's regular conservative people. Anybody who is promoting anything that is just not completely anti-white racism, you are their enemy. And anybody who's not virtue signaling to the left and saying all the shit that they want you to say, as well as being complete socialist, you are their enemy. And this is why you all need to defend people like Faith Goldy, because you're next. You're next. It's clear what they're doing. Doesn't take a fucking genius to see this guy. This guy's a huge cuck. I remember he did something the other day people were calling him out for. Well, would you look at that? Facebook actually, yeah, I think it was him. Yeah, Facebook bans Faith Goldy. What did he write a while ago? I don't know, but somebody showed a picture of him. He has like huge man tits, and yeah, he's just the basic left winger that looks like that. So look at this. Ralph Goodell, Canada pushed. See, and then you see that Corin guy that said the free market has the right to remove anybody. Canada pushed hard at the G7 meetings in France last week to combat ultra-right wing hate and terror on social media platforms. Today, some response from Facebook. So they pushed it, but it was a free company, a private company. These fucking scumbags. That's what they are. They're scum. Each and every one of them. Each and every one. Well, what do you do? What do you do with these people? I don't know. I don't know. We need to create a new YouTube for God's people. Yeah, it's going to be hard to create a new YouTube. Socialism is for lazy people. Exactly. It is for lazy people. It's for lazy, and it's for stupid people. And it's for people that don't use their brains. You need to watch Amazing Polly's video on how liberalism is a cult. Well, she pushes QAnon, so I don't really watch her because I don't really trust anybody who pushes QAnon, to be honest. We're the only country with only socialist healthcare. The rest have two-tier. Well, more or less, but like I said, the NHS is, covers a lot of people in the UK, and a lot of people are going to go blind because of it. $30 for taxis. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But see, you know why it's $30 for taxis? Because they go and they keep out competitors like Uber, and they're like, Uber's bad, Uber, and all these things. We want a monopoly on it so we can charge people whatever the fuck they want. And that's why the taxi companies here were massively against it, because they don't want competition, because competition would lower prices. Facebook sucks. I know. Why are people still using Facebook? That's the thing I don't understand. It's like, if you're still using Facebook, I guess it's still a way to reach people. Like, it's not, I wouldn't be against people using it, because it is a way to still reach normies and reach people. So use it as long as you can, I guess, really. Until you get banned from it, it's probably a good tool to use until that does happen, to be honest. Same with like Twitter and these other things. They want you to leave these platforms. They would prefer it if you left voluntarily, right? And just stopped using them, because that's what they want you to stop, red pilling normies, right? So they're going to want to get you off. And if you leave voluntarily, that's perfect for them. So don't actually do that. Stay on as long as you can to convince, to talk, to get people to change their minds as much as possible. Faith got discriminated against in the Toronto election and has been wrongfully labeled in so much social media, banning the truth. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what they're doing. And it's disgusting to see all the people, especially on the right in Canada, praising it, saying like, oh, this is a great thing, like Warren Kinsella and probably Andrew Coyne, whatever his last name is. the Corin, these people, they go and they say this is an amazing thing that's happening to her, but it's not. You know, you people are next. Well, not them, but the people that are silent. You know, bad things happen because good men do nothing. That's why bad things happen. That is always why bad things happen, because nobody's saying anything. Everybody's too scared. I don't want to stand up for Faith Goldy because she's a white nationalist, and the left is going to smear me as a white nationalist and come after me if I defend her for her free speech, for what's happening to her, for her being removed from Toronto, the election, not allowing her to promote her own ads, and then going back and suing her pretty much and making her have to pay them $40,000. And then they shut down all of her PayPal, all of everything else. So then the only way she can get money is through e-transfers now. And people are like, yay, we're gonna back these white nationalists in the corners. And then you got these conservatives that are pussies in the background. Well, oh, I don't want to say anything about this. Well, like I said before, the whole goal is to smear milquetoast basic conservatives like you guys that just, you know, like if you're not, like I said, if you're not actively saying white people are shit, white people are terrible, socialism is great, then you're their enemy. And when all of those people are gone, then the white people that are saying all that shit, you'll be the next enemy just because of the color of your skin. So you got all these ignorant, stupid people that can't look ahead and can't think ahead. But also, like I said, at 4:30, Fredrick, Godzilla, Menckin is having a stream. So after this one is done, go there, guys. 1 second here. Here's Chupa Loops. Get down, you bastard. You fucking cat. You piece of shit. Here, 1 sec. Okay, here's the link. Here's a link, guys. Go subscribe to Fredrick Godzilla Menckin's channel. You know, he's only got 94 subs. Get him to 100, guys. Get Fredrick to 100 subs right now. Okay, guys, go there right now and sub immediately. Please do it. Please. But no, he makes good content, guys. You know, I do a show with him on a regular Wednesday, Saturday. You know, so go check it out. And he's going to be covering probably a few other things and from a different perspective, right? You know, he's got a slightly different perspective than me. My cat's trying to be a bastard, and I'm going to spray him with this fucking thing. I'm going to spray him. Yeah, I know you sub to him, Faye. Don't talk back to me in my own. You're going to lose that wrench. You're going to lose it. I don't have Facebook. Yeah, I don't have Facebook either. Honestly, I stopped using it, but I'm not against people using it to, you know, promote their shit, right? And get the word out. Same with IDW, right? IDW, go on there, use it. Why not? Some people are like, I don't like the Jordan Peterson make it. It's like, whatever, man. Who gives a shit? Just use it anyways. It's just another thing that you can use. Jesus. Yeah, Jesus, behave, man. Oh, he got the wrench. See, that's why I only have women wrenches, because every time I gave men some wrenches, they went and they, what do you call it? Fucking overkilled and, you know, just ban everybody and shit. Or I'm like, all right, man, I have to take it away from you. I've given it to like 2-3 dudes at least, and I had to take it away from them. So like, I apologize, guys. I apologize. But, you know, look, maybe I'll give one to Fred. I'll give one to Fred, you know, just to balance it out. Because yeah, I'm surprised I haven't given one to him yet. I forgot. Utilize all your options. Yeah, exactly, DK Shadow. It's very good to utilize everything you have. And like I said, there's a reason why they're trying to ban us from all this stuff, because there's a lot of normies on Facebook. There's a lot of normies on Instagram. There's a lot of normies on Twitter. And these people, you couldn't join my group. Yeah, that somebody else said they couldn't join my group on IDW as well. So I don't know, maybe the link I gave was just bad. But if you go, I don't know, to groups, IDW, I don't really know why it's not working. I couldn't join you. I like smacking trolls around. Yeah, exactly. And I miss Twitter for calling leftists stupid, right? I miss being able to go and I'm like, you're so dumb. You're an idiot. Just point out why it's so stupid. But now I can't even do that. And you're like, nobody's saying this. I'm reading the comments. I'm like, I wish, because I always followed these leftists and leftist newspapers and stuff on purpose, because you want to get an idea of how these people think. And reading the comment section under like the Daily Beast or CBC or whatever, like that's a perfect way to get into like the leftist mind. They're like, you see what they're really thinking, what they really feel about certain articles, and usually it's just ridiculous. Like they're completely brainwashed NPCs, the majority of them. Yeah, sorry, Norm. I apologize, right? I mean the NPCs, right? I don't want to desecrate the Norm name on my show. Don't get banned on your show, man. You got to be careful. Like I said, I got that one video I made about Jesse Smollett put in limited state. I don't know why. Maybe because I said Jew or something, and I said a few other things. I talked about maybe white replacement. Who knows? I'm mod another channel, and the other mods ban the trolls before I can have fun with them. Yeah, like I'm fine with some trollings, right? But just to have some mods, I guess. Told my cab driver that Muhammad was a gay warlord. Yeah, you should have called him a gay lord. It would have been funnier if you called Muhammad a gay lord instead. It would have been a lot funnier and much more dangerous. Much more dangerous. But here, let's go to the healthcare, because I want to talk about that. I think that's a pretty ridiculous story. Screen share. Okay. So thousands in Britain left to go blind due to eye surgery rationing report. So London, thousands of elderly people in Britain are left to go blind because of rationing of eye surgery and national health care. So this was going to happen to the boomers in Canada. Just to let you know, that's what's going to happen to our socialism. I'm not saying I want that to happen. I'm not saying I'm going to be I'm happy about that happening. I'm just saying that thousands of elderly people in Britain are left to go blind because of rationing eye surgery in National Health Service. The Times newspaper said a survey by Royal College of, I'm not even going to say that, found tens of thousands of elderly people are left struggling to see because of NHS cost-cutting drive that relies on them dying because they can qualify for cataract surgery. The surgery has found that NHS has ignored instructions to end cataract treatment rationing in defiance of the official guidance 2 years ago. The RCO said its surveys had 62% of eye units retain policies that require people's vision to have deteriorated below a certain point before surgery is funded. With more than 400,000 cataract operations carried out each year, the National Institute for Health Care and Excellence, NICE, that's funny. It's called NICE, concluded that there was no justification for policies that denied patients cataract removal surgery until they could barely see. So yeah, they're waiting till the last minute to do it. The ROC said that refusal to fund surgery was insulting and called into question the entire system through which the NHS approves treatments. Cataracts can have a direct impact on ability, blah, blah, blah. And then they defended it. She told Times, NICE guidance is not mandatory. Clinical commissions have freedom to make clinical-led decisions that are in the best interest of both the individual patients and their wider local population. The NHS does not have unlimited resources, but essentially she just said like, oh, well, the doctors, they made the best choice and we don't have unlimited resources. So, that's the reality of socialized medicine, right? That is just the plain reality. And here's another thing. Canadian healthcare, one issue per visit problem. Some doctors question whether restricting access is ethical. Others see why setting limits is necessary. So, for your safety and ours, please limit the discussion with your provider to one issue per visit. The message said. It went on to encourage patients to book a follow-up appointment. So that's crazy. You know, they want you to book a follow-up appointment and take more days off of work. You know, like a lot of people can't afford to take 15 follow-up appointments. And that's what's happening now. And this is popping up more and more. You know, and then they're saying that's because for Gilman, who lives in Brantford, Ontario, a doctor's visit often isn't that simple. Her 4 children have a wide range of complex medical issues, including dyslexia, autism, spectrum disorder, mental health issues, and recovery from leukemia. So, like, yeah, it's not an option just to bring one thing up to people at a time. But you know, it's disgusting, and this is what's going on in Canada, in the UK, and all these fucking countries. And you know, what are you going to do about it? Nobody wants to start to privatize more of the system because it's mean, it's cruel, because we're cruel. But isn't it more cruel to let a bunch of old people go blind to ration? I don't know if there's a lot of old people going blind in America and left to go blind in America. I'm not sure. I'm not sure there is. I don't think there is, but that's the case here. It seems like kind of fucked up. But you know, that's what you get. That's what you get when you get the system you want, right? The computer ticking system is controlling the healthcare. Yeah, Paul. Hey, Paul, how's it going, buddy? Long time no see. The foreign doctors are killing us. They want our guns. Yeah, that as well too, which is stupid. If you're old, you're on the bottom of the list. Right. Yeah, exactly. And that's funny. It's the people, you know, these old people. Yeah, they've been paying into the system their whole life. They've been a member of society. A lot of them upstanding member of society. They haven't killed and maimed, committed any crimes, but you know, your eyesight. You know what's more important? The healthcare of all of these refugees we're bringing in, and all the mass immigration. This is more important. See, like in Canada, you got the 1 issue per visit, while we're letting in thousands and thousands of refugees across the border to fill up our homeless shelters, to fill up our hospitals that are old people that, you know, even if you really dislike, you know, you're blame boomers for everything or something, it's bullshit that they're not getting taken care of first above other people. And yeah, regular Canadians are now suffering the impact of having too many people in our country and not enough doctors. And because of the socialized healthcare system, you know, a lot of doctors, we have a brain drain and doctors leave and they go to America. So then we have a shortage of doctors even more. You know, this could be remedied. This could be fixed. But, you know, will it? Probably not. Yeah, and we're going to take care of those refugees instead. That's what we would rather do. But like I said, go to Fredrick channel after this one, guys. Subscribe, get him to 100 subs. I think I already put the link in there. And then there's also, look, Toronto surgeon accused of killing wife pleads guilty to 2nd-degree murder. So imagine if this guy was a white guy who killed a Muslim wife, but this is a Muslim guy who killed his white wife, and it's not going to be made into a racial issue, which I don't think it should be. I'm not saying it should be made into racial. I don't think we should be like, look at these Muslims killing our white women, you know? But if it was a white guy who killed his Aboriginal, black, you know, Muslim wife, they'd be like, oh, we need to do something about this. Look at the Bushi case where that white guy killed the native guy, and they're like, oh my God, justice was not served. We even had the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, come out. Oh, justice was not served, and we need to do something to fix the justice system in Canada, and just pandering. And you're like, wow, this is really divisive. I'm like, you're doing what Obama did. Like, this is what Obama did whenever a black person got killed by the cops. He went and blamed white people and like made, oh, we all need to feel guilty for this, blah 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 blah. Here's another thing, Loblaws. This guy's a piece of shit, by the way. He's a real big piece of shit. Maybe I'll click on him, but he's calling this out at least. But Catherine McKay announces 12 million in funding to Loblaws because of their green initiative and all this stuff and crap. So, Loblaws is already huge, but they're still getting funding from the government. So, this is why corporations become monopolies. I was going to look at another article. It was talking about Google, how they are underpaying taxes by like 1.5 billion a year in like just the UK alone. And I'm not saying we should actually tax these people more even, but what needs to be done is that taxes need to be lowered for everybody, because big corporations, massive corporations can always get out of paying taxes, right? So, people, they think, oh, we just need to make higher taxes and make sure to close all the loopholes out. So then they have to pay their taxes, like Google and Twitter or whatever, these massive companies. But they're always going to find a way to not pay it. They're always going to be able to find some weird way to, alleviate pretty much the majority of their tax burden through the tax system, which is written by lawyers on purpose that write in loopholes and stuff for people like them to exploit. But the only way to exploit it is to hire a lawyer. So lawyers get work, they get to screw over their competition because they don't have the money, the time, the resources to not pay taxes like these mega corporations. This is how monopolies get made, especially and we're all afraid, oh, with the small government, what are you going to do about monopolies? Well, this is how they are created, right? And it's like I said, you don't raise taxes on them and close up all the loopholes per se, because they're always going to find these loopholes. You just lower the tax for everybody, and you simplify the tax code, and you make it easier for everybody to start businesses that can compete. And you don't give them subsidies. You don't give them tons of money from the government, which will also help them corner the market. And like, this stuff is not complicated. It really is not that fucking complicated if you really just think about it for a couple seconds and shit. Well, I mean, like, okay, maybe it's a little more complicated than that, but like, still, it's not that insane to think, oh, we just need to be like Bernie Sanders and charge them 90% tax rate like we used to do in the 1960s because it works. We had the largest growth in history, but that's all bullshit. They effectively did not pay that much tax. There's a lot of tomfoolery going on with those fucking numbers. You go look it up yourself. Effectively, most people did not pay that much. There wasn't that many rich people at that time either. Like, it's all bullshit, right? And more taxes and trying to force them to pay more isn't going to work. You just got to make it easier for competitors like Gab, like Minds, like all these people to come and flourish. But that's not what's happening right now. They're being shut down. They're being attacked. They're being throttled, right? And sometimes, a lot of the times, at the behest of the government. Like, you see Ralph Goodell with white nationalists and Facebook on Instagram. He's like, we've been pressuring them at the G27 to remove these ultra-right nationalists. And isn't it funny how they're so gung-ho and willing to call out white nationalists, to call it what it really is, but when it comes to Islamic terrorism, they're just silent about it. Like Chrystia Freeland, she's like, oh, we need to be able to call out all the things, and we need to call it by its true name, because then we can truly figure out how to deal with the problem. So they know exactly what we're talking about when we're saying call it Islamic terrorism, call it what it is. And they're like, no. But this, they're like, oh, we need to call it out. It's the biggest threat. Incels are the biggest threat that we're facing globally. Like, you have to be a complete ignorant idiot that knows nothing of what's going on globally which a lot of people in Western countries are completely ignorant. You know, we're too focused on watching football, baseball, being entertained, right? And that's a good thing to be entertained. I watch entertaining things to entertain myself. That's not a bad thing. But at this point in time, we are the Romans when they had the Colosseums, and you know, the Roman Empire was degrading, and the way to keep the peasants satiated was to do a Roman Colosseum type thing, gladiator games, fight, die, you know, throw them some wine and some bread, and you know, they'll stop looking at what's going on, and they'll kind of ignore the bigger problems at hand. But eventually these things will run out and the people will fucking revolt and go crazy. But let me check out the chat here. His own kid said he was a brute. Hey, Kel. Hey, Happy Fox. How's it going? Hey, Tired Canadian. And Deplorus Unum. It's true. You're play parkour with your cat. Yeah, my cat, you know, what is he going to do? He's cringe, parkour. Muzzies have killed more people than anyone in the world. Why people are coddling them? Yeah, well, it's because they're stupid, they're ignorant, and we're not taught our history, right? If we were taught our history, we would know the threat that Islam poses to the Western world. We would know of the constant incursions from the Middle East into the West for the past 6,000-7,000 years. They've been trying to fucking take us over and shit. And now, like, we're all ignorant. You know, look at these things on TV where you see they go and they ask random people in streets, can you point on a map where Iraq is, where this is? Can you tell us who the first president is? And nobody can tell you. The majority of them can't. And that's all by design. You know, you disconnect people from your culture, your history, and everything, and they're left blind. They don't know what's coming to them. They don't know what is going to happen with this constant mass immigration from third world countries, or specifically Muslim countries. Like, some people are easier to assimilate, and not even so. Like people will say the Chinese are good at assimilating. I've got nothing against Chinese people, but no, they're not. They're not good at assimilating. But the Muslims are even worse, because they want to kind of like impose Sharia law, which is like a lot worse than most other cultures, right? Hey, Julie Mora, how's it going? Joining is as the biggest racist. Oh yeah, I was just kidding yesterday too. Julie Mora is not a racist. You know, she's not a racist, only on occasion. Right, Chupa Loops? Hey, Chupa? She a racist? No. The college kid here can't find America on a map. Right, they can't. And like I said, this is all by design. They want to disconnect us from our history, from our past, from our culture, so we don't see the future. Because you can't see the future without knowing the past. You can't understand what is coming without having a connection to what has already happened. Things make so much more sense when you actually do look at the history of things, and it's up, you're like, oh, now I make it. Even knowing geography, things make so much more sense if you know geography, and you look and you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense why these two nations hate each other. They're right bordering next to each other, or whatever. Like, they're, you know, it makes more sense, right? You can kind of see it a little bit easier. But you know, we're completely disconnected from that, and we are given the Colosseum, like I said, the Roman gladiators, and that's what this is TV, this is celebrity gossip, drama. This is to keep us not focused on the real problems that are going on in society. It's just, we're now just gonna be, you know, did you hear what Cardi B did? Did you hear what Kim Kardashian, see her new shoe? Did you see this and this stupid? Oh, did you hear about these two rappers and their beef with each other? Oh, that's the most important thing in my life. I'm gonna like learn and read up all about it. And it's like, okay, you know, it's okay to have hobbies and learn some bullshit, some nonsense. Like, that's okay, you know, to some extent. You know, we can't all be robots, and only serious news comes into here I'm only going to watch serious stuff because everything else is nonsense. And if you don't, if you enjoy football just a little bit, you're an idiot and you have no brains. I'm like, no, I don't go that far. But people, they can, when it encompasses your life and you completely ignore the political sphere of what's going on around you, that's when it's a problem, because then it allows these people to do whatever they want. And then you wake up 20 years later, you're like, what the fuck happened to my country? Well, you weren't paying attention, and it bit you in the ass. And that's why it's good to pay attention to what's going on. Julie Mora, the most beautiful Muzzy hater on YouTube. The college kid here can't find America on a map. Yeah, I agree, right? White. I seriously wonder what happened to that Tukazi 69. Oh, that guy. Yeah. I don't know. There's that whole dimes guy, or the nickels and dimes, the guy who just died recently. I can't remember his name, but there was a thing in Winnipeg where they're holding a vigil for him. In Winnipeg here, the Etrian black community in Winnipeg was holding a thing for Nipsey Hussle. Right, that's what it was. Here, I'll bring up the article. I know I saw it just today. And also another thing about that Humboldt shoot, that the kids that died, there's like another family where they got run over by a semi, and like the guy had the same last name was like Singh. I'm like, maybe we shouldn't like allow people with Singh to be driving semis, because they killed a bunch of other kids, 15 innocent hockey players. Now there was like this Native woman and her daughter and her boyfriend that also got killed by this Singh last name. I'm like, okay, it's these foreign worker visa programs, and we don't train them whatsoever, and they go on the roads and they drive on our roads like they do in India, or like they do in their country, where they have no rules or anything. And they're like, oh, because that guy who killed the Humboldt shooter, or the kids, the Humboldt hockey team, the police investigation said he wasn't drunk. He just ignored the red light, the stop sign that was blinking. His vision was not obstructed whatsoever. So it's like this guy, like, but he just is completely oblivious, just completely oblivious. He's a retard. Shouldn't be driving. How do you, or he just saw it and like just didn't care and just like, well, they better stop for me because I'm not stopping. And the bus had the right of way. He had to make a stop, but no. And then there was like I said, the other person, like in Winnipeg here. But I'll show you this story. It's pretty stupid. The Etrian community, and I guess I'm not gonna shit on them too hard about that, but he was at the brink of greatness. Etrian youth holding vigil for Nipsey Hussle in Winnipeg. And I'm like, see what I mean? Like, really, you're gonna hold a vigil for this guy? But this is another thing about identity, though. See, these Etrian black youth identify with him because he is Etrian. And, he's talking about their people, all this shit. But, a white person can't do that. A white person can't be like, oh, I feel, this and that. But I guess you could, if you're like French and he's French, and be like, I like him because he's French. But nonetheless, this Nipsey Hussle guy, he seemed like an all right guy, but they're trying to make him out to be like a Tupac or something. And also, I saw some like conspiracy theories on Twitter where these black people were like, oh, he was killed by the cops and by the white supremacy because he was, being good to our community. And they're like, no, it was another black guy, Eric Holder. Eric Holder. It's probably related to the actual Eric Holder, Obama's administration. That's why I saw him like trending. I was like, holy shit. But he killed him, another black dude. That's the problem in their community. It's not the white supremacy and the police killing us. Yeah, police are like, my opinion on police. I don't like the police, but no, that's not the problem. The problem is people killing each other and that community. It's them killing each other and that's the problem. It's nothing else. And that's the issue that needs to be addressed. But whenever anybody tries to address it, you're a coon. You're a white person. Oh, you lost your black card. Blah, 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 blah. Like, fuck you. Here's my IDW. Enigma slur. Okay, what is that? Facebook. What was I going to bring up here? I can't remember now. I lost my train of thought. News. Faith Goldy. What was I going to bring up? Facebook bans. I can't remember now. You know what? I blame you guys for that. Somebody remind me in the chat. What was I going to bring up before I brought that Nipsey Hussle guy? Damn it. Happens when you smoke too much weed. I haven't even heard this story. Yeah, you know, it's a stupid non-issue or whatever, but yeah, I guess I was talking about essentially, you know, we're just focused right now too much on trivial things that don't matter, and that is exactly what people want. And a lot of people are not even going to know about Faith Goldy being banned or censored and stuff because nobody pays attention to the news, right? Whatsoever. And she's not, you know, what they're saying she is, and like, you know, I don't know. Trudy has a dick. I agree with you. Trudy has a dick. Well, which Trudy? But if anybody's got any questions beforehand, let me know. Throw it in the description below. If anybody made a super chat and I missed it, let me know in the chat below so I don't miss it, so I don't actually accidentally skip it. Let's see here. No, I completely forgot what I was going to bring up before. Oh yeah, well, there's this white privilege thing, but it's a pretty long article. I don't really want to cover it too much. Maybe another day we can do that. But yeah, Canadian healthcare in Canada is definitely fucked. Oh yeah, well, here, I'll go YouTube. Here, I'll bring up Fredrick's channel again here. I'm going to throw that in the link again. Go there, subscribe, watch his show. Here, I'm putting in a link just in the below here, guys. But yeah, you know, I don't know. What do you guys think about Faith Goldy getting banned? Do you guys think it was a good thing, a bad thing? I know some people don't really give a shit, right? And I can understand that, but I think that, yeah, I'm more disappointed in obviously regular conservatives and stuff. And, you know, it would be, I don't know, I haven't even seen Maxim Bernier's response or anything like that, but if he was smart, he would come out and condemn this, right? And he would be like, oh, this is bullshit, what's happening to Faith Goldy. In terms of corporate welfare, yeah, no, I don't like this guy. Here for DeFonte, yeah, this guy's a douche. Don't follow his Twitter. He's just like a wannabe Black Lives Matter person in Canada here. Not good. Let's check out Maxim Bernier here. Oh shit. Here, let me see. Let me share the screen again. This guy is just a massive SJW in Canada here. And like I said, he's a Black Lives wannabe racist. I think as a kid, I imagined leaves dropped. Okay, no, it's gay. I don't know. He's usually complaining about stuff going on. All white donor prize jury shortlist book by white man defending blackface. Blah, blah, blah. All public schools in British Columbia are now required to provide free menstrual products for students in school bathrooms. Oh, yay. You know, I don't care enough about that to even comment, to be honest. Well, yeah, no, he's a douchebag. But see, your account, AJ Arrival, is currently suspended. Yeah, well, fuck you. Fuck you, you scum. Fleetwood Mac, cancels on Jazz Fest days after replacing Rolling Stones. See, this is when I got banned, August 15th, around there. That's the last stuff that I can see from my account. And you're like, oh, okay, this guy's okay. Bill Bratsky, he's got some decent opinions, I guess. Not so bad, but he's kind of a little cuckish, but he's not terrible. Let me check out Maxime Bernier's tweets here. Let me see. Maybe he said something about her, which would be smart, because then it would get the media to write a story about it and be like, oh, he's doing this. So no, he hasn't said anything about it. So I'm losing hope, man. I'm losing hope in you, guy, because we need to just vote for fucking. I'm still not gonna vote for Scheer, honestly, man. He's just too much of a pussy. But there's that National Front Party, or the Christian Heritage Party, or if he starts to turn his game around soon or something, he's got nothing to lose. He's got to be more racist. Like just fuck it, man. Like you got nothing to lose. You got he's got to align with the National Party in Canada, and then have some election. Look at this little girl, though. This disgusts me, though. Mute on? No, it's not muted. Okay.
Oil industries and the electron. A lot of people are like, oh, what about the people in the oil industries and the electronic industries and the paper industries? Well, it doesn't really matter what job you have if you're
dead. Stupid little girl. Idiot. No, I'm joking. She's like, yeah, see, that's what they teach our kids, and they think we're all gonna die in 12 years. We're all dead. What are we gonna do? Let me check out Ezra Levant, because I still check out stuff, because he'll talk about Canada. Loblaws literally stole bread from the mouths of the poor. Their executive belong in prison. Instead, our corrupt liberals are giving them free money. That's true. There was a huge price gouging thing with bread a little while ago, Loblaws, and they were like, keeping bread at a higher price or something. But they still get massive subsidies from the government. Oh, it's okay. It's not a big deal. But, Trudeau said millionaire families should not get children benefits from taxpayers, but apparently it's okay for millionaire families to get new refrigeration benefits from taxpayers. Right. And see, he's giving a lot. The only people that have to comply with the carbon tax are people like you and me, and tax and gas companies, and a lot of them like that. But a lot of these other big corporations don't have to do it. They get either money or subsidies to, combat it. Yeah, we all know. This guy's scum. CBC Kids News. Fix your eye, man. Jeez, no, I'm kidding. But his wife is going to be one of the richest people, one of the richest women in the world now. Like, that's, fuck, the divorce courts in America. Did he get married in California or something? Because that's probably what fucked him over. Getting married in a place like that, you're just asking for trouble. Not a smart move, not whatsoever. But I think this is I'm gonna wind it off, guys. You guys can go check out Fred's stream in about half an hour. But if you guys got, like I said, a comment, question, something you want to bring up quickly before I end it, let me know. Kicks down AJ's door. Yeah, they'll kick down my door. It's a matter of time. Soon we're gonna be like the UK, where they're showing up at your house and being like, did you post a mean tweet on Twitter? Did you insult a transsexual person in real life? Bake your own bread, real simple. Yeah, it's true. I know. My mom used to bake bread. Yeah, I know what you mean. Cat. My cat is so Jewish. Chupa. I know. That's why he's like, leave me alone. Peace. God bless us. Islam is peace, guys. Islam is peace. That's what you all got to remember. That without Allah, we would be nothing. Without the great Allah and the lessons he taught us in Sharia, America would not be what it is today. Canada would not even exist if it wasn't for the contributions of, like, Muhammad and the Chinese who came here, a Buddhist monk 400 years ago, apparently. I saw that on some Canadian website that they're promoting to kids. So yeah, we got to remember our roots, essentially. What is your weapon of choice? Probably some rocks. Probably a rock, like a really big rock, right to the middle of the head or something. Right, that'd be a good weapon, right? I don't know. I don't know what you mean, like for, like, I don't know. Probably I don't know. Depends. It depends. I'd have multiple weapons. I have some for close combat, long range. AJ, go kick sand. No matter what, Cat will get the picture. I know. It's like he's just being a fucking asshole. He just wants to come and sit down and be like, I want to be in the video too. Allah means Satan worship. What are you talking about, man? Allah is peace. Islam is peace. Don't shit talk my God. Otherwise, I'm gonna jihad you. I'm gonna jihad all over you, man. That sounded really bad. Don't edit that out. Nobody cut that out and edit it. Doesn't sound good. But yeah, I think I'm gonna about end it here, guys. Thank you all for joining me. It was just a short stream. Maybe I'll do another one maybe later on in the day or something. Stop attacking me, you cat. Piece of shit, man. Piece of shit. It's like, but thanks again, guys. I hope you all have a good night and take it easy. See ya.